Hey guys, my name is Em and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is going to be a cozy weekend reading vlog and I'm very excited to see how much reading I can get done and take you with me on my weekend. This potentially could end up being like a weekly vlog if I don't get enough footage or reading done this weekend, because I do have a good few things on as well. But I'm hoping this weekend to read a lot, have some chill vibes and cozy vibes and just do some fun things, and I'm going to take you guys with me as I do those things. I'm currently reading a book at the moment, so I think that is the book that's going to be just the TBR for this video. I do kind of want to read 3 more books before the end of the month, and today is Saturday the 18th of January, so I don't really know if it's going to be possible to read 3 more books before the end of the month, but that's kind of my goal, because then I would have read 5 books in January and I feel like that's quite a good start to the reading year. But even if I just manage to finish 1 more, I'll be happy with that. So I'm going to show you the book that I'm currently reading, which will be the first book in this vlog, potentially the only book in this vlog, but hopefully I will get on to a second one. So the book that I'm reading at the moment is Heavenly Bodies. This is a fantasy romance book. I am in my fantasy romance era lately, like I've literally just been kind of reading them back to back and I am obsessed. I started this book the other day. I didn't get that far into it. I'm only on page 40 because I was working 9 days across the last week and a half. Like I literally didn't really have a day off. I was really tired and just drained, and I didn't really get to do much reading because by the time I would like get home and have dinner and shower and get changed and stuff, I would be just ready for bed. And also I was actually trying to like fit in some fun things after work the last week and a half, because it's like the last bit of the Christmas break, so I was trying to like see my friends, like go out and do things like that. But trying to do things after work when you have like another 8 days of work is actually quite exhausting. So today is my first day off and I actually didn't even bed rot this morning because I actually had a very exciting morning. I went to my first Pilates class, which is so exciting. It was on my to-do list for the year that I wanted to try a Pilates class, and I didn't actually ever think that there would be one near me because I feel like it's not something that we usually have in rural Ireland. But I found one like a few weeks ago and I texted my friends. I was like, do any of you want to go to this with me? And they said yes, so we went this morning and it was so much fun. Like I literally loved it so much. It was the reformer Pilates, so it was like with the machines, and it was tough. Like I could feel it in every single muscle, but it was so much fun and I really enjoyed it. I will definitely be going back to try that again. The only thing is they're usually on Saturday mornings and I usually work every single Saturday. It's just that I was off today, so I don't know how many I'm gonna get to, but maybe in the summer, if I'm like working more midweek and I'm off Saturdays, I might try go to them if I'm off. But basically, yeah, this is the book that I'm currently reading at the moment. I'm not that far into it, honestly. I can't even remember what I've read so far, but I'm gonna get back into it right now. I think I'm gonna go lay down on the couch for a while because I'm exhausted, and I'm gonna just read a little bit of this for a few hours, and then I'm going to do some laundry, clean my room, kind of a thing, and do some things like that. And then I think my boyfriend is coming over this evening, but not until like about 9 o'clock, so we have a few hours to get stuff done and to relax and chill and stuff and read before that. I'm honestly kind of aiming to finish this book like before the end of the weekend. I know it's already like 4:30 on Saturday, but I feel like if I sit down and read this, like I actually probably could finish it. We'll see. But yeah, that is my plan for right now, that I'm just gonna get straight into reading. And yeah, welcome to the vlog and I'll get back to you later. Hi besties. Okay, so it has been a couple of days since I last spoke to you. It is currently Tuesday the 21st of January. I didn't actually really read anything over the weekend, so I've decided to just make this like a weekly reading vlog and hopefully get a good bit of reading done this week. And I've actually decided to swap books because I am enjoying Heavenly Bodies and I will go back to it. This is not me like DNFing it or anything, but there's a book that I want to read instead, and it's kind of more time pressing because the third one is coming out today, and obviously that book is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This is the sequel to Fourth Wing. Obviously the third book, Onyx Storm, actually comes out today, so I have been seeing everybody and their mother reading like this book in preparation for the third one and getting ready for the third one. It just put me in such a mood to read this book, so I decided to finally read this book. I'm currently 90 pages in. I have pre-ordered Onyx Storm. I don't know if it's coming today or if it's coming like tomorrow or the next day or whatever. I don't really mind because even if it comes today, I cannot read it today, obviously, because I've not finished this. So I actually would rather if it came in a couple of days so that I can potentially read it then. But my goal is to finish this book this week. That's ambitious because it is a very big book. Like I would say this is It's probably over 600 pages. I actually don't know how many pages this is. Yeah, so this is like 620 something pages. So that's a long book, and I am back to college. College started back yesterday, so I don't really have that much time to read, but we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna play it by ear. It's currently 10 a.m. and I'm just gonna sit and read for the time being. I'm gonna maybe edit a vlog. I'm gonna write up my notes from yesterday's class because I wrote them physically, but I want to type them up as well so that I've got like 2 kind of sets of notes. And then yeah, I'm just gonna read for the morning. I do also have my coffee here, which is very important, and then I do have a class at 3, so I may potentially go to that. I should potentially go to that. I will go to that, so I'll leave here around 2 because it takes me like an hour to drive to college. Yeah, that is my plan for the day. And then I do potentially have badminton later as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to that this week or if I'm going to go back next week, but basically last year in like October time I started playing badminton and I really enjoyed it, but then I kind of stopped coming up to Christmas and I had exams and stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to be like doing this when I'm trying to focus on exams and stuff. And then it was Christmas and I stopped as well, so I do want to go back to it, but I'm not sure if I'll go back today or next Tuesday. I think maybe next Tuesday because I have a good few things on this evening and stuff that I need to do, so I might choose to go back to that next week. But yeah, I want to continue reading Iron Flame. My goal is to just read as much of this as I possibly can. I'm really hooked on it. It has such a like easy writing style, even though it's obviously like high fantasy and there's a lot of like world things going on. It is also quite easy to read and enjoyable to read, and I'm so invested. So I'm gonna just keep reading, see how far I can get before I have to leave my house for the day, and then I will get back to you with more reading updates. Okay, so I've just gotten to chapter 12, which is page 109, so I've passed the 100-page mark now, and I'm loving this book so much. Like, it's been a long time since I read Fourth Wing. Like, I think I read it in like 2023, I'm fairly sure, so I don't remember everything about it, but this book is really good. Like, I wasn't really expecting it to be so like addictive, because I feel like sometimes with like big fantasy books that are kind of in a series, they can be a little bit dragged out. Now I'm sure there is going to be a point in this book where it's going to get a little bit slower and a little bit kind of more dragged out because it is like 600 and something pages, but for the minute I'm really liking it. I think I'm going to read like another chapter or 2, then write up my notes, and then maybe read a little bit more before I have to get going. I'm living for Xaden and Violet. I love it so much and I can't wait to see how that progresses. I am kind of scared that it's not going to be endgame. I don't know why I'm scared of that, but I feel like it might not be because like it's very early in the series, and if there's going to be like a good few books, like I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm really liking it so far. I don't really know what's going to happen. I'm not trying to theorize anything, I'm literally just reading for the vibes. Okay, it is now Friday the 24th of January, and I wanted to give you a little update over the last couple of days. Also, I have kind of decided to do a 24-hour readathon today. I don't know how successful it's going to be. I've kind of started a timer to do a timer method readathon, but I don't know how much I'm actually going to read or how close to the time I'm actually going to get. But I thought that I would do one because today we currently have a red weather warning, so we really can't like leave the house or like do anything. And then tomorrow I'm off work, and I'm never off work on a Saturday. I usually work every Saturday, so I just decided while I have kind of 2 days off together that I would try and read, but it's going to be very chill. I think I'm honestly going to abandon the timer fairly soon because I'm using it for like motivation, but honestly I don't think it's going to be like functional because I do have other things to do, and I'm meeting up with my best friend later, and then I think my boyfriend is coming over tonight to spend the night, and then I think he's also spending the night tomorrow night because my mom's away for the weekend. But yeah, anyways, so the book that I'm currently reading is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This is the second book to Fourth Wing. I have already told you that I'm reading this book. I've read a good bit more of it since I spoke to you last. I'm now on page 202. I keep forgetting how big this book actually is because I feel like I've read so much of it, but there's like literally over 400 pages left. But I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm really enjoying it, so I'm not like rushing it. I forgot how much I loved this world and these characters and stuff, so it's really good because I've not read Fourth Wing in years, so it's actually really nice to get back into the world. Onyx Storm did arrive the other day, and obviously I can't read it yet because I've not finished this one, and I've been trying to avoid spoilers on TikTok, and I've been trying to avoid everything online for Onyx Storm because I want to finish this one and then I want to move straight onto that one. As I said, today is Friday. My goal is to finish this book this weekend. That is kind of what I would really like to do, so that I can start Onyx Storm next week and like read that for the whole week next week. That would honestly be ideal. Like, I would love to do that, but we're just gonna see how it goes. Like, I'm also not gonna rush this book. So to look at the timer, I do have 23 hours and 19 minutes left. I don't know why, but I am reading this book so slowly. Like, I don't even feel like I'm reading it slowly because I'm like taking in every single detail, but then I like look back and I'm like, oh my god, I've only read like 30 pages and I feel like I've read so much more than that. And I think that's simply because it's like a high fantasy book. There's a lot of like magic systems, there's a lot of like politics going on, there's a lot of like words. It's a very wordy book, and there's obviously like a lot of characters and a lot of things and world building and stuff and magic, so I'm trying to take in all the details. I'm not like trying to rush it, so I think that's why it's taking me a bit longer. Like, I'm not complaining because I am loving it so much, but I also do want to get through it, and I feel like it's actually going to take me a lot longer than I think to get through this book. So obviously college was closed today because of the red weather warning, but I do have some lecture notes to catch up on, so I might try to do those now before I get back into reading, and then read again for the evening until my friend comes over. And that's kind of the goal. That's what we're up to. I have Misty chilling on the couch beside me, and it's just a very cozy afternoon. So I wanted to give you an update on the last couple of days, because on Wednesday I actually went up to Dublin with my boyfriend and we went ice skating with my family, like my dad and my sisters and my stepmom and stuff. That was actually for my birthday, like celebrations or birthday party kind of a thing. Obviously my birthday was a few weeks ago. My birthday is the 4th of January, but the day that we were supposed to go, we had like a huge snowstorm. Like, you literally could not drive, so obviously we had to postpone it, and then Wednesday was actually the first day that we were all able to make it again. So I'm so glad that we got to do that. It was really fun. And then yesterday we went out for lunch and then we drove home. It took us so long to drive home. Like, it literally took us like double the amount of time that it should have because of traffic and stuff. But yeah, I've had such a fun week this week, and then I'm gonna spend my weekend with my favorite people. And that is the update that I have for right now. I am going to continue reading this. I will let you know more of my thoughts as I continue on. I don't even know if I'm gonna like set a goal that I want to get up to today. I think maybe if I got to like page like 300 today, I'd be quite happy, because that's like halfway through the book. That's only like another 100 pages. I feel like I could achieve that. That's like attainable, because it's currently 3:45 in the evening. So like, if my friend comes over this evening, like, I obviously won't be reading for the rest of the night. So if I got to page 300, I would be halfway through the book. Could read another bit tomorrow and then finish it Sunday. That's my goal. But yeah, so I'm gonna go right now and I'll come back to you later. Okay, good morning. It is now Saturday morning and I am literally about to go leave for Pilates, which I'm so excited about. This is only my second week going to Pilates. I really enjoy it, so I'm very excited to go. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm going with my friend as well. But for a reading update, I actually didn't really read anything else for the rest of the night yesterday. I ended up catching up on some of my lecture notes that I kind of didn't do for last week, and then I kind of just like went on TikTok for a while, and then my best friend came over and we had dinner together, and then my boyfriend came over later and the three of us like watched a movie. So I didn't end up reading anything else yesterday. Hopefully today I will get to page 300, but I don't know if that's going to be possible because I do kind of have plans for the rest of the day, so we're gonna have to see how that goes. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Pilates right now and I'll get back to you later. Honestly, I don't know when the last time it was that I spoke to you and this vlog. Like, it literally could be weeks ago. I genuinely cannot remember because I cannot be consistent in any way, shape or form with vlogging. I don't know how I used to do like 2 vlogs a week and have enough content to put in them, and now I'm struggling with like 1 a month. But instead of starting like a new weekly reading vlog or anything, I just kind of decided to keep this vlog going until I finish the book that I'm currently reading, because I cannot put up another vlog where I don't finish a fucking book. So for a reading update, I am still reading Iron Flame. I have some thoughts. This is taking me a very long time to read. Obviously it is to do with me as well and me not having a lot of time to read, which is fair enough, but also like it's just not that gripping, I fear. Not even that it's not good, like it is good and I genuinely am enjoying it, but it's just very slow and very, I don't want to say dense because that seems a bit harsh, but honestly if the shoe fits, it's a bit dense. I'm on the home stretch. I've only got like that much left. I'm currently on chapter 42, which is page 395. There's like 630 something pages I think in it, so I have like just over 200 pages left to read, and I feel like I will be able to finish that before the weekend, honestly, or over the weekend at least. Today's Thursday. I don't honestly think I'm gonna get to read anything tonight, but tomorrow perhaps. I also have switched over to reading this on my Kindle because I feel like I just read a lot quicker on my Kindle, but I also feel like when I switch formats of a book, like when I have to resort to like reading the Kindle version when I have the paperback, it is literally just me trying to get through the book, and I do kind of feel like I am just trying to get through it at this point. In the last 100 pages, shit has taken off. It has gotten much more exciting and much more action packed, and I've actually wanted to pick it up. Like I've been so excited to come home in the evenings and read my book, which is a new phenomenon for me, but it is literally just because this book is actually starting to get exciting now and actually starting to have shit happen in it, and like things are actually taking place and characters are kind of, you know, a lot more is happening. So I'm actually really excited to see how this book ends, but I just hate that when you're reading like a really big fantasy book and like it's only exciting in like the last little bit. That kind of irks me a little bit because I want to be kind of intrigued all the way through. But yeah, I've decided to kind of keep this vlog going until I finish Iron Flame because I can't be trusted to do a weekly reading vlog. I just don't speak enough during the week. Like I literally, well, I speak everywhere else, but I don't speak to the camera enough during the week, and I don't want to put up another vlog where I don't finish a book. So I'm going to keep this vlog going until I finish this book, which hopefully will be this weekend. Ideally tomorrow, but we're not going to put too much pressure on myself because I do have plans tomorrow. We're just going to see how it goes. I do love Xaden and Violet. I think they are goals. I'm really liking the kind of like the tight-knit friend group, and we definitely do have like a stronger set of characters in this book than we did in the first book. Like we're kind of discovering like this found family kind of thing, but also that makes me fearful because I feel like some of them are not going to survive, and I'm still grieving from the loss in the first book. If you know, you know. But I do want to read another little bit potentially tonight. I'm not really sure if I will get to. It is currently 9 p.m. My boyfriend is coming over in like an hour and we're just going to go on a little drive or something, but I also kind of need to clean up before we do, and I might, if I have time, then I might like catch up on a bit of college work. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. I do have to be up very early in the morning to bring my mom to a hospital appointment, so I'm hoping to kind of read in the car while I wait for her. That's the goal, but I'm hoping to read a lot anyways tomorrow. And then I actually have a really fun date tomorrow. We're going to like this like candlelight concert thing, and I think that sounds so fun. It's a Coldplay one, which is going to be really fun because we went to the actual Coldplay concert back in September. And it was our first concert together, so that slays. And yeah, I'm very excited to do so. That is kind of all my updates for right now. Yeah, I'll come back to you when I hopefully have read a lot more of Iron Flame. Okay, so reading update time. It is now Friday. It is just 5:15 in the evening, and I didn't really read as much today as I thought that I was going to do, but I did still get like another good bit read. I'm now on chapter 45, which is page 430. I feel like I'm nearing the end of this book. Like I have literally just 200 pages left now, so anything else that I read, I'm going under 200 pages left, which to me seems like I'm nearly finished the book. It's definitely exciting now. There's so much going on that there are points of it where I am kind of lost, and I'm like, where have these people come from? What's actually going on? Like it's, I don't know. There's some things that I'm kind of like, did I zone out for a part, or where did this kind of come into it? But I think that could be my own lack of concentration and nothing to do with the book. But I just feel like I am reading this book so slowly. Like I'm really enjoying it, but I feel like I'm reading it so slowly and I just want it to be over now. But I don't think I'm going to be able to read any more this evening because I have that candlelight concert thing with my boyfriend, which is going to be so fun. So he finishes work at 6. We kind of have to leave like just after 6, to be quite honest. So I'm going to have a shower in a few minutes and start doing my makeup and get ready and stuff, and then get going. And then we're going to get going like just after 6 if we can. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to go to that. I think it's going to be really fun, and then we'll probably go get something to eat afterwards as well. But I also took such a good nap today. Like honestly, it was, I feel like it was the best nap I've taken in a long time. Like I was asleep. Like that re-energized me, but also like now I would take another nap. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna start getting ready at 5:30, which is in like 10 minutes. So I have 10 minutes to just couch rot, and then I'm gonna get going. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys later. Hi besties. Okay, so it's been a good while since I've updated this vlog, and I'm actually coming on here to give you a final reading update and to end this vlog as well, because I have finally finished Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros, and I think my review on this book and my rating of this book is going to be quite controversial, so please bear with me. Take what I say with a pinch of salt. I did not like this book. I really did not like this book in the end. I think there was a few contributing factors to me not liking this book, and I do think maybe the fact that, you know, like it did take me a long time to read definitely didn't enhance my enjoyment, because like obviously when a book is taking you like weeks and weeks to finish, you kind of just get a bit bored. I actually don't even really have coherent thoughts on this book. Like I actually can't even remember most of what happened in it, which is a really bad sign of a book, because it's like I literally read this like last week and I can't remember what happened in it, and I feel like honestly like very little actually did happen in it. There was like a few parts throughout the book where I actually genuinely was enjoying myself, and I did really enjoy it, and definitely like the last like 200 pages were more action packed, and I was more kind of like motivated to pick up the book at the end of a day and like actually read it, because I was like there was action going on and like plot things were happening. But the majority of this book, like a huge section of this book, was just very boring to me. If a book can't hold my attention, or if it can't like make me remember what happened in it like literally the week after finishing it, then it probably is a reflection of the book as well. And I don't want to hate on this book, because I know a lot of people like it, and I did love Fourth Wing and this series in general. Like I do enjoy it. Like I didn't hate the book, I just didn't really like it, to be honest. I will continue by reading Onyx Storm and I will finish out the series, but I don't think it's all that, like I don't know. But then I've actually heard a few people say that like this book didn't really get many revisions and didn't really get many kind of like edits done to it, because there was so much like pressure on the author to just get it published because of how popular Fourth Wing was. They kind of rushed this book a little bit, and if that's the case, then that is understandable why then Fourth Wing was so good and this one was kind of shit. But it also does kind of make me more open to reading Onyx Storm, because I have like the belief that it is going to be better than this one. I feel like we just kind of went around and around in circles in this book, and it was very repetitive. Like I think that was my least favorite element of this book, was literally the repetition. Like I feel like with the characters, we didn't really get anywhere with the characters, with the couple, with the romance. We really didn't get anywhere with them. I know that like from the beginning Rebecca Yarros has said that Violet and Xaden are endgame, and like that they are the couple, so I understand a little bit why it needs to be kind of so round in circles, because if they're going to be endgame, it's a huge series, they're huge books, we can't have them just live happily ever after like 400 pages into the first one. But that being said, it's really frustrating to read about, because you're literally just getting the same thing over and over again and just repetition, and I just really don't like that. And I feel like at a lot of times throughout this book, it literally just felt like she was trying to meet like a word count. It sounded like me writing an English essay where I just need to use like filler words to like make this shit longer. Like it literally felt like she was like, I need to make this book 600 and something pages, so let's just like keep going, let's just keep throwing words out there. I just didn't really like it, which is very controversial, I think. Obviously the fact that it did take me like probably like a month to read didn't help, because I kind of then had lost interest and didn't really care, and I just wanted to finish it so that I could read other books. So it definitely was to do with like my schedule and me not having like a lot of time to read. But also I feel like if I'm reading a book that is genuinely captivating my interest, I will want to pick it up. I will want to find time in my day to make time to read. But with this one, like I genuinely didn't, until I was like literally in like the last 200 pages where I was literally like, okay, there's action going on, so I'm interested. And also I was just like, I'm so close to the end, like I can finish it. So yeah, I didn't really like this book. I did rate it a 3-star on Goodreads. In reality, possibly maybe a 2.5 star, and that kind of feels very harsh. Like that feels really mean, but also like I didn't really love it. I liked the family elements in this, I liked the friendships in this, and I loved how we kind of have much more of like a solid group of characters that we can trust and that we love. I feel like every series, specifically fantasy series and fantasy romance series, needs that like core group of people that you can just like follow along with and love and get so attached to. Like I feel like if a book doesn't have that, I'm just not interested. So I did really like that element about it, and like there were some things that I liked, but I just can't really remember them. Like ultimately, like this book was just really forgettable. But yeah, that is all I'm going to say about this book, because again, I actually don't remember a lot more. So I finished it finally. I'm really glad that I finished it. And yeah, so I'm actually going to end out this vlog now, because I was keeping it going until I finished this book. So yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay amazing, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!